What's going on, peoples around the world? How are you all on this evening? Oh, God is doing some great things. I just want to say a small. So I just want to say something small right now. I'm not going to go all day for an hour, maybe about 10, 15 minutes, probably. Maybe. But so far, this is day 3. I'm enjoying everything. God is doing some great things, you know what I'm saying? And that's awesome. Um, Current situation now. Um, wow. So it is gonna take some time. I'm breaking from a lot of shells, but hope y'all being blessed out there. Like seriously, I want to say keep praying, keep trusting God, keep believing, keep having faith. When all hell seems loose, just keep having faith. Trust me. I want to talk about that. That's what I want to talk about today. Yeah. I'm trying not to be all long winded, as I'm always are. But faith is amazing, man. Faith is amazing. Somebody asked me the other day, said, "What is faith?" I said, "Faith is that thing that you know how you get an inkling of a dream or a vision, like you want to go on a yacht, you want to pursue school, you want to have your own business, you want to have your own talk show, you want to impact people's lives, you want to be a doctor, lawyer, or whatever, and you want to do that, right? But you don't have the finances, you don't have the co-signers, you don't have the support system, you don't have the positive influencers, and so you just like, oh wow, but you keep getting this inkling that you want to do something, whatever that is you want to do, and an opportunity come ahead and you pursue it. You get too caught up, or you get too comfortable, or you think, oh, I'm on a job in here, I'm in this, yeah, I got this, and then you start slacking. But then bills are due, school knows to do, things are done. You just got school, you're pursuing everything else attacking you. Health problems coming on, this coming on, but you stand focused. You're still eager. You're still persistent. So, according to the Bible, faith is this things. Faith is the evidence of things not seen and the things hoped for. Okay, that's what the Bible states. The parable that I just gave and still relates to that. And like right now, like me, I'm gonna use me for example. I've stayed in Georgia. I'm no longer in Georgia. I'm gonna tell you the reasons why. Um, I'm no longer in Georgia. I've been out of Georgia for 2 months now. About to be 2.5 here soon. When I first got to Georgia, I was ready to just impact and save lives, like share the gifts that God has given me, the talents that God has given me, and to give it to a city that, from where I come from, where they downplayed it as gay central, disgusting, and send this and send that, and fuck them, and party, sex, drugs, bisexualism, swinger parties, the city of the music, of you name it, okay? But now it's considered a black Hollywood, what have you. So I say, you know what? As me being the person I am, I say, let me go. Now, during this time, I was in a relationship. I was in my 5-year relationship with this guy, Joel Buckley, which was the first guy I ever came open with, to the degree where I didn't give a damn what's what, okay? When I got with him, um, I was living in Arkansas. I was working at Baptist Health Hospital as a lab technician, phlebotomist, things like that. Um, and one day driving. I was driving, and I think at this time I had just got my Mercedes truck, my EMF 500, and I was driving, and I seen this guy. I said, "Oh." He started singing. He was a church boy, so I ain't paying no mind, you know. Um, and one day we got to hanging out. He was like, "Oh, you handsome, you this, yeah, whatever, whatever." And I was like, "Well, I don't like it about my business, you know what I'm saying? I don't really get down like that." I mean, I said, "But, you know, I do what I do, but I'm not afraid about what I do, you know, you name it." So I started hitting this, you know, started like, he like telling me about his music. I told him I did music management, which, you know, I did. I know a lot of people, still do to this day, know a lot of people in the music industry. He came to me talking about he want to pursue his music and how he cannot have that avenue that he really wants. And so I call myself like, okay, you know what? I'm always at work, working two jobs, working, busting my ass. You know, I have my own career, my own things going on. You know what I mean? Pursuing the nutrition and you name it, you name it. So um, he got to talking to me, and I let him stay at my house while I was at work. You know, give him time to get away from his family, get away from all that whatever chaos he was dealing with. So I opened my doors up to him. So, as you know, we got to just hanging out so tightly. We had sex, and we used to always have this bond with God, like church. Like God used to be like number one. He still is. Um, I, it's like no one knew nothing. Like his family come from religious background, they strict. It's like a low, like whoa, boy, we two niggas. You know what I'm saying? And it was cool. Then I started working for like the political, running campaigns and so forth. At the same time doing my nutrition. At the same time still working at the hospital. So it was like a lot of stuff going on. So I ended up losing my job at the hospital because he wanted to spend more time with blah blah. It's a lot. It's a lot went on down there. Time went by. We had our ups and downs because of me still going through this little straight issue. You know, I'm heterosexual, and it's just not right. I started for this campaign. Um, I built myself up. I started dating this woman. I mean, this doing my nutrition so my so Joey souls get mad, get irritated. Like you spend more time, you always running around behind this because that was my thing. Provide, you know what I'm saying? I looked at the lifestyle as a heterosexual thing. Only thing make me different or made me different at that time when that world was there. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, like I said, I'm being sincere and I'm being real. Like seriously. After my experience in Atlanta, I must say that has died. Hear me clearly. Only person that had the rights to ever get back with me or to ever get me was that man Joel. Even to this day. I just before all these videos started, before I even had the ink, when I got back to Arkansas, it hurted me because the one that I did anything for, if I had it, he had it. I had a Mercedes. He go out and get a damn car just because he wanted what I had, or he wanted something because he never had nothing. He was smothered. He was bamboo. He was started with so much religion to the point I stopped him from living, and I was his only escape. He lost his sister. I was the only one he could find it in when it came out of his father. I made a vow. It started raining. It's a long story. I talk about that story. I'll talk about Joel on another segment. We'll have a Joel segment, but we'll talk about that another time because it's a lot. But anyway, um, I began to, after our separation, we went to California, sent Joel home because things was not going right. He didn't want to work. He didn't want to do nothing. I made sure I provided. I don't give a damn. I made sure I provided. I am a good husband, a good man, a good man's man, good ladies' man, good. I'm a good man. Okay, I will bust my ass and love people, do the most for anybody, but I don't get it back in return. When I went to Atlanta, I said, you know what, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. We separated because of my, as I call it, my mission, my purpose. At the same time, I was so discombobulated with myself, being in denial, not living because I was trying to live up to the standards of others and not disappoint people and family, and the list goes on. But when I left, I sent Joel. I said, you know, I gotta get you back home. Called his mom. He was acting fool. It was a lot. It was a lot because he didn't want to lose me. I was all that he had, all that he ever had since his father. He's telling me all the stories about how his father and how things that he does and how it inspires him, how it makes him feel so good, how his father meant so much to him. And for me to come in as an example in a way that I did, it touched him. There was nothing I couldn't do for him or I didn't do for him. Anyway, I get emotional about that. Like I said, we have a segment on Joel, so let me go back to this. Let me go. But that came into place because this is what transpired for me going to Atlanta, okay? Or had a part to do with it. I ended up going to Atlanta. I got to Atlanta. I was like, okay, I have to go ahead and get with my team. I got doctors there. I got facilities in that level. I got to do my mission. I got to do my assignment. You know, you got to wait, you know. And so, got to Atlanta. You know, when I got there, excuse me, when I got there, I was supposed to be staying with Dr. Joyce. I thought I had it all planned out. Excuse me, people, I do smoke sometimes. Help me with my nerves. Still work in process, you know, but when I work on me, I still help, you know, share the love. But anyway, got to the Dr. Joyce. I supposed to be staying with her, which was a Dr. Cordic, who is my colleague still to this day, even though I have not been doing anything for the past year and a half, maybe two, I would say. And there's a reason behind that, which I will talk about that as time goes on. Um, and I think Joe had a lot to do with that too. You know what I'm saying? And people's responses in the line had a lot to do with that. You know. But anyway, got to line. I was eager. I started connecting with people. So I got connecting with the right people to meet. I started being an impact in their lives. But the thing is, it was more drawn to my physicalness, my intelligence. They want me as theirs. They did not want what I had to give them for as food, for as knowledge, for as wisdom, for as answers to their prayers. They didn't want that. Many of the individuals I dealt came across did not want that. They wanted my body. My body was not for grabs. My body was already in a vow. You know, I wasn't dealing with nobody. There was Joel was the only one. Okay, even though for those 4 years of him being gone, I did not. I slept around probably like twice. Ready yet? Twice, two different people, maybe various different occasions. Two different people would say various occasions, off and on. But it was a pull, and the only reason that came into place is because I felt abandoned. Because for you to leave, anyway, it's a lot. It's a lot. But anyway, we'll have a segment on Joel. But anyway, um, that's a lot. Like I said, things were right. I started there. Didn't know gay pride was going on. Gay pride was going on. I ended up coming across this gentleman, um, Robert, and he was in Atlanta. And from him, I ended up meeting people through him. He knew people, whatever. I did not know what was going on. I was new. It was my second day in Atlanta. I did not know this was going on. I was already married Dr. Joyce. Things ain't going right. I was in a hotel. So I'm thinking I'm going to a nice hotel downtown. Instead, I'm at which is like Hood Village, like whoa, you know. And so while I'm there, oh god, my stomach, I can't. Oh my stomach. But yeah, while I'm there, I'm like, okay, this can't be right. Oh god. Oh, you gotta excuse me, man. I got done eating, man. I cooked some greens, some candy yams, some hot water cornbread, and I made some barbecue chicken and some goddamn fried chicken. Boy, that shit gotta be like, whoa. But anyway, so y'all gotta excuse me through this time. But I just want to talk. I have a lot to talk about, and I just want us to have a lot of things to share with you all, like I said before. But anyway, my time in Atlanta was great. It was great. I met great people. I ain't gonna lie. Um, my trip started kicking off real good. I was adamant. I was persistent. Where I fell off was 4 years later. Even in Atlanta, the people that I thought was my friends was not my friends. Um, they did not know me. They had a whole opinion of life that I was not even accustomed to. A whole visualization of guys of my stature or whatever, because a lot of it was fake and phony for them. And with me, I'm all authentic. I'm all real. I'm all 100 real. Like it or not. What I do for you is not out of ill will or not out of trying to be spike or gain. I don't operate like that. I operate from a love and standpoint. And anything I do is not mean I'm flirting with you. It's not mean I'm trying to get in your pants or trying to date you or trying to finesse you or whatever. You know, it was not none of that. Never have been. Anybody in life I ever came in contact with in Atlanta or anything in my life have always been for good intentions. You better know that. It never was for self gain, self benefit, or and it was never that. It was no, I never did that because, like I say again, and I said before, I'm like this whole different Curious George kind of. I'm determined to do what God say and get all ends no matter what comes, or length I have to go. And so I was like, okay, what now? But such much products started meeting people, started doing things at various different locations, different places in Atlanta. Um, and I came across some great people, which I thought was going to be like some key element that God sent me to connect with, which it was God's doing. I can't lie, it was God's doing. Like everything that I went through, experienced, people I was in contact with, people I was there to bless. Um, they they couldn't receive me because I was speaking a language that they wasn't familiar with, they did not know, or they wasn't in tune. And I'm gonna say everybody online. I'm not gonna say that. What I want to say is the gay population that I encounter, because the reason I was going after that population, that draw, because there's a lot of men and women that have been mandated to do great works in the kingdom, but are being smothered. Hear me clearly. It's like they call energy vampires, what have you, where people know your heart is good, know your spirit is good, but they drain all the good that's in you, suck it out of you, leave you with shit, and destroy you. You know, I it took 4 years before they broke me. I wasn't sexting anybody. I wasn't. It took them 4 years to break me, and then that's when hell came in, where I experienced time in hell. My light was always bright. I go in a room, bright up the room, go anywhere, bright up the room. I always had insight on a lot of things. I could meet a person and tell a person and help a person with their own issues instantly. I still can do it to this day. once again, another reason why I'm doing what I'm doing and why I feel like the things that I said before, Yahweh has sent me and has, I have various reasons to say. But anyway, things are going well. I fell down. I always had a job. I was bounced up. Fell down. I always had a job. I was bounced up. But the faith that I had is that radical, crazy faith that most people do not understand. It wasn't that, okay, well, how do you think Jesus, okay, now to go have sex and over here? No. Oh, I felt party over here. No, it wasn't like that. I was like, no, got the better things to do. I'm focused on this, I'm focused on that. That was my mindset, and that's what I was strict with. Many people did not understand and did not get it, did not want it. A lot of it was very cliquish, and I was involved like all the cliques in a sense. But I was involved in a clique, but with people either they were not only just attracted to my physical appearance, but attracted to me as a person, my heart, my character, the way I interact, the way I keep it real. I'm a good friend. I love people unconditionally. I'm a good lover, good friend. Mean well. Will tell it like it is, no matter what you like. You can be getting high, you can be doing what the fuck. I can be right there, right along with you. But at the same time, I'm gonna do a reality check if need be. And it's not, and it might come off like, oh, you think you're better than somebody, or here you go with this Jesus stuff, or here you go with this motivation, or preaching. There they call motivation, or somebody that's like talking in a sense where they bring an impact, or they bring it a change, or whatever the case may be to the surface, a positive energy, or like, hey, look at this way, or do things this way, and it doesn't matter. All that was like, no, let's kick it, let's hang out, let's party. And they kick it, they mean like, let's have sex. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't know you, who you, So that was like me for years. Okay. Because at the same time, I still was waiting for my sugar pump. After the 4 years, I still thought, okay, this girl, my baby, I'm with my baby, you name it. I just came a call, then where life just went down. I broke down. I started feeling like I had to be like the people in Georgia. I mean, in Atlanta. I had to be like the typical gay person. I thought I knew what gay was, like I said. And it was not. I was considered like trade, little peas, whatever. And it's like, when I started that journey in that dark round, because I feel like I had to get on that level. Made them not look at me as a charity, because he was, or looking at somebody as superior because of what I carry myself and what I define myself to be, and what I've shown myself to be. I broke down. So when the person we get on their level, it's like, okay, I got on their level, but then I deny my level. That's a critical mistake in life, no matter what it is. Never, hear me clearly, never, ever deny yourself just to be on somebody else's level, okay, or to be accepted, or to be receptive to you, because you're going to fail. You're going to end up denying yourself. You're going to end up losing yourself. You're going to end up going down a dark road. Always be true to yourself. Know your self-worth. And if something don't fit, I don't give a damn what situation you're in, to be homeless on the streets, sucking for money. Don't ever, hear me clearly, ever allow your hurt, your past, or a certain situation to derail you from having that faith, which is the things that's not seen, and deal with the situation, and the outcome is going to be substantially good if you work it. Know your fact, know your worth. Your body is not your commodity. Your body is not your temple. That's your temple. That's your everything. You have to sleep with yourself. You transform your spirits. You get shit around you. Transform your spirits. I ain't saying there's no viruses and disease. I'm talking about people's spirits. If their spirit's tainted, that shit gets something to you. You not known to have attitudes and been mad. And you know you got all this other shit. This ain't for yourself being attitude that you're mad. If you're not known to be druggy and just using all the negative aspects to avoid facing life or to avoid from facing the situation or yourself. No, don't deny yourself. Don't sell yourself short because your soul is at stake. Always remember, you may not understand it, you may not get the gist of it all, you may not understand the yees and the yas and yous and ahs, and you may understand how the fuck can somebody from that time to this time get this shit together. You may not understand a lot of things. You may not understand, but